Welcome everyone to the second episode of Fake Factory Stories. Today we explore the terrifying monster lurking in your house. Have you ever felt like you were being watched? Maybe you heard a creak in the floorboards when no one else was home. Well, what you're about to see will make those fears very real. Today, I've got something truly spine-chilling for you. We're diving into some bone-chilling footage captured inside a seemingly normal house. But trust me, what's lurking in the shadows is anything but normal. In this video, you'll witness a 20-foot monster prowling around with its white, cartoonish eyes that pierce through the darkness. Its eyes almost seem to glow, giving you the feeling that it's looking right into your soul. And those eyes, they're just the beginning. Let's talk about the mouth. Picture this. A spiked, jagged maw that looks like it was ripped straight out of your worst nightmares. It's a mouth designed for one thing and one thing only: terror. Imagine seeing that in the dead of night, knowing it's coming for you. Its arms are even more horrifying. They look like bones, skeletal and deathly thin. It's as if the monster is a walking, stalking embodiment of death itself. You can almost hear the bones creak as it moves, slow and deliberate. And then there's its skin. Pitch black, absorbing all light around it, making it almost impossible to see until it's too late. It's like the darkness itself took form and decided to haunt this house. The contrast between its glowing white eyes and the void of its skin is enough to send shivers down your spine. This isn't a creature you'd find in a fairy tale or a movie. This is something that feels disturbingly real. The footage shows the monster moving silently, almost gracefully through the house. It's like it knows every corner, every shadow, every place to hide. Imagine being the one to discover this footage. Walking into your home, thinking everything is normal, only to see this thing lurking around, watching you. The sheer size of it, the way it moves, it's enough to make anyone question their sanity. So what do you think? Is this monster real or just an elaborate hoax? Could something like this really be hiding in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike? Or is it a figment of someone's twisted imagination? Whatever the case, one thing's for sure: this footage will stick with you long after you've seen it. You'll find yourself looking over your shoulder, checking the dark corners of your room just to make sure you're alone. Remember, the next time you hear a creak in the night, it might not just be your imagination. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there. You never know what might be lurking in the shadows. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more spine-tingling content. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled and your lights on. Okay, time for story 2. Welcome back, brave viewers, to another spine-tingling episode of Fake Factory Stories. Today we venture into the eerie history of a factory that has seen the worst of humanity and nature combined. This is the story of a factory that was exploded in a war, rebuilt from its ashes, and then an unfortunate worker's accident turned it into a sight of pure horror. Picture this: a factory standing tall amidst the ruins of a war-torn landscape. It was rebuilt with hopes of bringing prosperity back to the area, but fate had other plans. One fateful day, an acid spill occurred, and a worker who was caught in the accident underwent a transformation that defied explanation. This worker became a grotesque meat monster, a being of flesh and pain. His form twisted and mangled, a horrifying reminder of the factory's dark past. Despite another explosion that should have razed the facility to the ground, the monster remained. It lurks in the shadows, its presence a chilling testament to the factory's cursed existence. Brave souls who dare to explore the abandoned facility report hearing unsettling noises, groans and whispers that seem to come from the walls themselves. Imagine walking through the desolate halls, the air thick with the scent of rust and decay. The silence is oppressive, broken only by the occasional drip of water or the distant clank of metal. And then Out of the corner of your eye, you see it, the meat monster, its form barely discernible in the dim light. Its eyes, filled with anguish and rage, lock onto you, and you feel an icy chill run down your spine. The explorers who have encountered the meat monster describe it as having a grotesque, pulsating body, with limbs that seem to stretch and contract in unnatural ways. Its skin is a patchwork of scars and burns, a haunting reminder of the acid spill that created it. And its movements, slow, deliberate, almost as if it's savoring the moment before it strikes. So, what drives these brave souls to venture into such a place? Is it curiosity, the thrill of the unknown, or perhaps a desire to uncover the truth behind the factory's dark history? Whatever their reasons, one thing is certain. The factory's haunting tale continues to draw people in, despite the dangers that lurk within. As we conclude this chilling tale, ask yourself, would you dare to explore the haunted factory? Could you face the meat monster and survive to tell the tale? Or would you become just another part of its horrifying legend? Thank you for joining us on this terrifying journey. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more stories that will keep you up at night. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive, but remember, some stories are best left in the shadows. In a factory hidden by mountains, an anomaly escapes, rampaging through the workers. This factory, already steeped in a history of horror and despair, now faces a new terror. Picture it, an isolated facility, its walls echoing with the sounds of machinery and the distant hum of nature outside. Suddenly, alarms blare, red lights flash and chaos erupts. The anomaly, a creature born from the very experiments conducted within the factory's secretive walls, breaks free from its containment. It moves with a terrifying speed and strength, its form a nightmarish blend of metal and flesh. Workers, caught off guard, scramble for safety, but the creature shows no mercy. It tears through them, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The security team, trained for emergencies, rushes to contain the anomaly. But their weapons and strategies prove futile against this abomination. Bullets ricochet off its metallic hide, and their attempts to restrain it are met with brutal force. The creature's eyes, glowing with an otherworldly light, seem to mock their efforts. Panic spreads as the anomaly continues its rampage, its roars echoing through the factory's corridors. Imagine the fear and desperation of the workers, trapped in a place that was supposed to be their sanctuary, now turned into a death trap. The security team, realizing their efforts are in vain, makes a desperate decision. They sound the evacuation alarm, urging everyone to flee the facility. The workers, some injured and others in shock, rush towards the exits, the sounds of the anomaly's destruction growing fainter as they escape. Outside, they look back at the factory, now a scene of chaos and ruin. The mountains, once a symbol of the factory's isolation and secrecy, now seem like silent witnesses to the horror that has unfolded. The anomaly, still rampaging within, stands as a grim reminder of the dangers hidden behind the factory's walls. With all hope lost, the director makes a grim decision. The facility is rigged to explode, and in a massive fireball, the anomaly and the factory are engulfed in destruction. Debris and smoke rise from the ruins, the once formidable factory now reduced to remnants. Survivors look on in shock, processing the aftermath of the director's drastic action. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to never miss an episode of Fake Factory Stories. Until next time, remember, sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we create ourselves. And remember, all of this is just a story.